Hello, welcome to Clever Rides, and today I'm going to talk about Ford's Copilot 360 feature that comes in a lot of the newer vehicles, especially those equipped with Sync 4. So this is going to be a really interesting overview because it's something that kind of surprised me. I knew they had, for example, things like lane keeping assist and blind spot monitoring, but I didn't realize that Ford does the self-driving mode as well. So watch this video and I'll show you some of the more interesting details of the Ford 360. Stay tuned. The system I'll be looking at today is from the 2021 Ford Edge, which is a beautiful car. This is the titanium trim, so it comes with absolutely every itty-bitty little luxury that Ford can throw at their car. And again, it's self-driving. So let me give you a little setup about how it works. And then it's similar in all of the Ford vehicles. So let's first go to the steering wheel function. And the first thing you would need to do is to go to the steering wheel. And from there you can find the functions on the left, bottom left. You can see there, and you just need to press the on button. Then the screen to the left, you'll see that it's on the bottom left there, below the little vehicle indicator. And then you can set the system on regular cruise by setting resume or set. Also, you see the steering wheel icon? If you have the steering wheel icon and you press it, then that will activate the self-driving. You can choose to have regular cruise or have full self-drive mode with that steering wheel icon. If you do not have the steering wheel icon, it'll still do lane keep assist, but in that case, you don't have the self-driving. And here I'm adjusting the distance to the car in front. You can set it to be far or close, whatever your comfort level is. And then of course, pressing the cancel stops it temporarily while you're driving. And again, this is not to be confused with just lane keeping assist. That's found on the left stalk. If I press that, it activates lane keeping assist, but that's a separate function that's part of 360, but it will not self-drive the car. Again, the steering wheel icon means you have self-driving. And let me tell you, it is seriously cool and convenient. So here you see me driving along the highway, just cruising along happily in my little mode. So now I've activated it with the self-driving mode. You see I'm taking my foot off the accelerator. The car is now driving itself completely. I can take my hand off the steering wheel for brief periods. I recommend only doing this for brief period, and any longer, then Ford will send a message alerting you to put your hands back on the wheel. But you can see it gives me just enough time to open a water bottle or just enough time to do whatever I need to do without having both hands on the wheel. Of course, please don't do anything stupid like looking at your cell phone or whatever, but this is just meant as an added safety feature. And imagine long trips where you don't have to have your wheels gripped on the wheel the entire time. The car will literally drive itself. It centers itself in the lane with the self-driving feature. It uses a combination of camera, radar, and GPS. It really does work. I'm telling you, it really does work. So you can see here that I have my hand lightly on the wheel so that it knows that I'm there, but I don't have to have any kind of major force on there, and just so long as I keep my eyes on the road. So for long trips, the car will literally drive itself on most major roads using the GPS feature. And it works really well. I probably wouldn't say it's Tesla level. And any kind of sharp turns or mountainous roads, it doesn't seem to necessarily keep the lane that quickly, but I wouldn't use it there anyway. I think I'd be too paranoid. But for long open highway, it is truly, truly an excellent driving aid. And again, something I didn't really know about. I was kind of surprised that Ford had this, so I was pleasantly surprised on this vehicle here. And again, you can see I'm just taking my hands off the wheel, quickly pressing something on the screen, never really taking my eyes off the road for more than a few seconds, but also letting the car drive itself. So here's a driver's point of view. So in this case, I do have it in full driver mode, self-driving mode. Watch the wheel as we go. Again, I have my hand lightly on it, but the car at this point is fully driving itself. I do not have my foot on the accelerator at all. And you may notice how the wheel will keep itself centered. and keeps the car centered as well. Again, I'm just lightly touching the wheel, and of course I'm very alert, but I don't have to have any major input on the wheel itself. Here's another view with a curvier street, and it's more of a back road. It does work off the highway, perhaps not as well, but you can see the wheel doing its job, centering itself. And again, I keep my hand on the wheel, but only lightly, and it's able to center itself on the road and keep the car in full self-drive mode. Really, really super convenient feature. If, for whatever reason, you do not put your hand back on the wheel when it alerts you, it will eventually bring the car to a full stop. Also, if a car appears in front of you, it will also keep its distance, and it will stop if the car in front of you stops. It will come to a complete stop as well. Here's a night view. Again, I'm on a highway here, and you can see how the wheel is keeping itself centered. And then I'm approaching a bus, and notice how the car will keep its distance from that bus. It will not come up behind the bus because I have the lane set to be at a fairly conservative 4 to 5 car lengths away. So again, pretty cool stuff. The car will also self-park. Let me demonstrate that now. Okay, I'm just going to engage the park feature. In this case, we're going to do a parallel park in a normal parking lot. Not a parallel park, it's a perpendicular park. So I've chosen that feature. I'm going to signal right, then I'm going to pull forward and see if it recognizes that space. Space found, stop vehicle, shift to reverse, hand off the wheel, and now it's going to park itself. Check it out. I promise I'm not holding anything. And it's going to put me right in that space, hopefully. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, it told me to stop there. I'm going to stop shift it to park. And it's finished. And there you go. That's how it did it. Nice automatic parking feature. That is the perpendicular park, not the parallel park feature. Finally, staying on the clever theme here, it has the 360 parking view. So as you enter into, for example, my garage, you can see the view from all sides, and it tells you where to park. And you can activate the front camera and also the wide angle camera, which will show you the front sides of the vehicle from a different view. And that way you can see what's there. Plus anyone sneaking up on you, they can't hide from you. Again, really clever things on this 360.